Hello, everybody. So, now this channel is not about to be a channel for assistive technologies, physical machines, or otherwise. It's not going to be about that primarily, as you know, but I have to rant about this. This is ridiculous. This is insane. And you guys, I think, need to know about this just as much as, the next person. So, if you are considering even getting some kind of physical any kind of digital aid or any kind of if for a family member or whatever, think about this first. So, I I have a Braille Sense. It's called a Braille Sense. Now, I've been through many different types of Braille Sense over the years. They've made different types. They have ones. The first one I ever had, I think, was just called Braille Sense. The second one was Braille Sense Plus. Third one was Braille Sense U2. And I'm pretty sure that they have images of them on the website. HIMS Technologies is the company, HIMS. And then the new one, the newer one was Braille Sense Polaris. That's the one I have. Then the latest one is Braille Sense 6. Now these things, yes, you can understand they're not cheap. But guess how much they are? Guess how much they are? These things are very basic computers. They do less than Google Android 4 ever could. And that's saying something given it has Android 5.1. But guess how much these things are? Your Android 5 phone probably cost you what? $200? $500 at the most? Higher end probably cost you $1,000. You could buy, at most, let's see. I'm trying to calculate the number here. If you were to buy a $200 phone for the price of one of these, you would be able to actually buy oh God, 40 of them, maybe more than that. Okay, I think in the US it's 4,000. So yeah, 40. You'd be able to buy 40 phones. Dude, it's actually, I think even in the US 5,000. So you could probably buy 50 phones. Wait, 25. Way off. Because 5 phones would be $1,000. You could, although I wouldn't be surprised if they have one where you could buy literally 50 $200 phones. I would not be surprised at all. And with the way the government itself is supporting itself right now, or not, do you really think they can put money into stuff like this and keep putting money into stuff like this? Because we do have somewhat of an advantage where we can actually go through the government and get them to pay for a new unit, a new machine. Right? This machine, now I'm literally, oh my goodness. The reason I'm talking about this is because I think the reason people are so sick in the head and why they only care about themselves is because of the lack of fat. Look, I'm sure not every government official is eating meat, and more meat. Remember how we learned that even the elite back in Egypt, ancient Egypt, they were all eating the same diet. Everybody was eating the same diet. So I'm pretty sure the government is even eating the same diet that we are today. I don't believe they're eating the most meat. And if there's people out there doing that, then they're probably just scaredy cats and afraid to speak out. If you feel that there's corruption, you need to speak out. Start bringing it to the forefront. People need to know about this. This is insane. These companies, look, they'd get more bang for their, people would get more bang for their buck if they could, because we can't even afford an iPhone, some of us. I'm lucky I can afford an iPhone. Okay? These people, $7,000 here, by the way. And that's for the newest ones. $4,000 if you want the smaller version. Dude, I hate the smaller ones. Do you know how like, if you have a super long word that you have to read, good luck trying to get it on the whole display. You have to hit the button much sooner to go down the... I'm thinking about getting one of those. They're a little cheaper. I think I could probably afford one of those. They're probably about the price of the most expensive iPhone. I'm thinking about getting one of those computer type-ish, braille display-ish things and downgrading from a braille sense to one of those things. Because holy crap. This is sick. You guys understand, right? But you guys are a rare kind of people. You're not, the majority of people aren't blind. But they're going blind. There's people going blind every day. Okay? There's people going blind every day. People are losing their vision. There are people born with conditions like retinitis pigmentosa, where eventually your vision just, it says bye-bye. It's a sad reality for those people. I am lucky to have been blind my whole life, but I'm still not lucky enough to have been a part of this system where we can't afford crap for us. I don't even want to know how much a friggin' Perkins Brailler costs. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. There's a company out there called Mountbatten. Mountbatten. I don't know if you say mountain or not, because it says Mountbatten on the website. They're from Sweden, and I can't even order off the website. I have to call the number on the site. I'm sorry, what? I was thinking about getting one of their little devices, because their little devices are kind of cool. They have little braille pens, these tiny little itty bitty. Look, they got more braille cells than the frickin' Braille Sense 6 Mini. Braille cells, they're like big blocks of dots, basically. Whereas Braille letters are different combinations of dots. They come out different combinations. Maybe get a good look at some Braille if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you can find some Google images of it. But Braille cells, there's 32 different ones across the display of the one I have. Mountbatten sells these little Braille pens. There are probably about 20 cells on there. And that's about what the Braille Sense 6 Mini has. I like the Braille pen is one thing, because that's supposed to be you take it around with you everywhere you go. It's like a teeny tiny little, it's for mobile devices. The things are about the size of a tape player. Teeny tiny. It's a little itty bitty box, essentially. Excuse me. The Braille Sense 6 Mini? Even that thing though was like $4,000. I don't know how much the Braille pen is. Maybe that's why they don't have it on the website. You can just order because they don't want you knowing until you call them. But they're in Sweden. I'm not calling the dang number. This is sick. These people need to be... Come on. For what the friggin' Braille Sense can do, comparing that to an iPhone? But it does so much. It's got like Android 5. Android 5 went out of date 6 years ago. Even before they stopped putting out patch updates, Android 5 you should be kissing goodbye. Like, this is sick. Actually, not even 6 years ago. 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. It went out of date. So, yeah. And I'm bringing this up especially today because I discovered something pretty dangerous. I pulled the thing out of the casing because I wanted to get it more stable on my desk, and sometimes the case it moves around too much. I pulled it out of the case today. The battery is swollen, and I am not going to pay for a new battery. Yes, and you can actually take the battery out of the machine. There's a way to do it. It's very easy. It actually comes with the battery out of it when you first get it. And you have to put the battery in the back of the machine. I'm not buying a new battery. Yes, it still works when you plug it into the wall. Just as long as you keep it plugged into the wall and don't unplug it. No more battery. I don't even know how the battery swelled up because that thing can get warm, yes. But holy crap, man. My Surface tablet's doing better than this thing. Anyways, I wanted to rant about this because it's sick. My Surface tablet was way cheaper than this. Just have an FYI, way cheaper. Even the most expensive Surface tablet, I'm sure, is way cheaper than the frickin' Hims Braille Sense 6. Even the Hims Braille Sense Polaris. Guys, take this into consideration when you are buying any kind of visual aid for your family members. I'm sure even those fancy little magnifier things are very, very pricey, even for just one of those. CCTVs don't even go there. Okay? Yeah. So, I know this is a completely unrelated topic, but I wanted to put it up here. You're going to see 2 uploads today because I put one up yesterday. I scheduled it for this morning, but then you're going to see this other one today. So, yeah, I will see you pretty soon. Bye, guys.